Okay guys, I'm back, and this time I'm bringing you the mod guide for the Nerf Zombie Strike Sledge-fire. So, let's get into the blaster. There's several screws that go around the blaster. You won't need to take apart the barrel, because frankly there's nothing we need to modify over there. So unless you're doing the paint job, don't bother taking that apart. Also, there's no screws in the stock, so we won't need to worry about that. Alright, so we've got all the screws out. Now all we have to do is very carefully butterfly the blaster open. And I don't think we'll even need a flathead screwdriver for that. And everyone's right, so we just lift that and set it aside. So now I'm going to very, and I can't stress how very gently we're going to lift out the internals. And they all come out as one single piece. So let's get to it. I'm going to set this aside for right now. By the way, the stock is its own piece, and I'm going to make it so that we can remove or attach the stock at will. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to be grinding off these things on the side that hold it in. So it should be very easy to just attach the stock whenever we need it. I'm going to set this aside. Alright, so here's the internals. And the way we're going to get at the internals is we're going to, and again, very carefully pry this apart. Okay. And it seems there's just one more. There we go. So here we are, the internals of the sledge-fire. And the first thing we're going to do is remove the air restrictors. And the way we're going to do that, just slide that out real nice and easy. And extremely carefully. This is very well greased. This is going to be a little bit difficult since there's so much grease on it. It gets all over you and it's nasty and generally not fun. And I'm starting to wonder if this thing is glued in place. I don't know. It may be. It may be. So I think we're going to have to go in old school and tap out the air restrictors. I'm probably going to use my Dremel. This should be pretty simple. All we gotta do is Dremel out space at the back, and I will show you how to do that. First, I'm going to change my Dremel bit because I do not need a sanding bit. Alright, and as usual, I'm going to be wearing eye protection. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be dremeling right through just like that. Alright. Ow. As always, guys, there's always a little bit of a risk involved when you're modifying Nerf guns. Okay, so the air restrictors are gone. Now that they're gone, all we have to do is slide this right back in place. There we go. So that's back in place. And as to whether or not I'm going to remove the spring and replace it, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be needing to replace it. And as far as the locks go, I believe this is the only one. Alright, so let's get this all back together, which is very simple. Just snap it right back in place. Testing everything, it seems I have to open things up again and make sure I got everything correct. so let's make sure this is all functioning properly. Okay, so little note, this is going to have a tendency to want to blow up in your face, just to let you know. Okay. Alright, seems we've got everything back together correctly. Most everything seems to be fitting. Except it seems for this. Okay, so it's all back together. I'm going to put it into the main shell. That should all lock down rather simply. Alright, now for the moment of truth. Alright, and that's what a modified sledge-fire sounds like, guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave this just like it is right now, and I'm going to put the seaming bit back on my Dremel, because I will need that for this next step. And again, on my eye protection, I'm going to bring the stock back. And sand these down. Alright, so there it is. Now we're going to bolt everything back together, holding the stock off to the side for a moment. We're going to screw everything back together. Alright, it's all back together. Alright, I'm going to insert a shell. And fire. Much better. It's a massive improvement over the original firepower. And now, to see whether or not the stock will actually be able to be inserted. And what do you know? Look at that. And we may have to do some more grinding before it's removable. It's barely removable, so I am going to have to do a little bit more grinding work on there, but it looks like it's about there. So I'm going to finish that up real quick. As always, safety goggles, guys. Okay. Alright. And it's not going to just fall off, which is great, but it is removable now. So now you have a sledg-fire that has a removable stock and up to almost twice the firepower. So that's been it for my mod guide of the Nerf Zombie Strike sledg-fire. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and as far as I know, I'm the only one out on YouTube that has introduced the removable stock to the sledg-fire. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, like, subscribe, comment in the comments below, and this is Nerfinator signing off.